Hello everyone, Rahul here and welcome to our channel Doctors to Be. So today we shall discuss about the laboratory diagnosis of the Staphylococcus aureus, and if it is possible, we'll also discuss about the treatment of treatment part. Okay, so let's start with the lab diagnosis of Staphylococcus aureus. Staph aureus, okay. So understanding lab diagnosis is partly based on understanding the previous concepts. If you know the biochemical reactions shown by the Staphylococcus aureus, then you can figure out that yes, by using this process, by using this type of selective media, we can separate the Staphylococcus aureus from the group of mixture. Yes or no? So, and if you know what is the pathogenicity, what type of infection does it cause? It is causing the pyogenic lesions, the suppurative lesions, or it is causing deep infections like respiratory tract, or it is causing food poisoning. Then what type of species to be collected? You can get a knowledge. You can knowledge. I mean to say, it will make you easy if you know the about the previous topics we discussed. That is the pathogenicity and biochemical reactions. So all these videos you can find, all the videos about Staphylococcus aureus you can find in the playlist named Staphylococcus aureus. So don't forget to check it out. So let's continue with the lab diagnosis of Staphylococcus aureus. So coming to it, as we already discussed that the specimen to be collected depends upon the type of lesion. Yes or no? So specimen to be collected depends on lesion. Okay, type of lesion. So if there is example, let's come to have some examples. If there is a case of food poisoning, so when I'm talking about food poisoning, while discussing about pathogenicity, we discussed about the cutaneous infections and deep infections. But I told that they also cause uh, toxic shock syndrome, food poisoning, and exfoliative diseases. So these three diseases, toxic shock syndrome, food poisoning, and exfoliative disease, we have discussed earlier while discussing about the toxins produced by Staphylococcus aureus. So that's why while discussing about the pathogenicity, I just focused on the cutaneous infections and deep infections. Okay, so specimen to be collected depends on the lesions. Example, suppose if the lesions are suppurative lesions. Okay, in case of suppurative lesions, what will you do? You will collect the pus. Obviously, you will collect the pus. Suppurative lesions means pus forming lesions. So, you will obviously the specimen will be the pus from the lesions. Okay. Okay, pus from the lesions. And if it is a respiratory infection, if the respiratory tract is involved, then we discussed about respiratory infection while discussing about pathogenicity like pneumonia, tonsillitis, pharyngitis. Yes or no? So respiratory infection you will collect sputum. What if there is food poisoning? You will collect the remaining of the food or the feces. Yes or no? So food poisoning, collect remains of contaminated food and feces, obviously. Yeah, these these specimens, feces and contaminated food, may contain scanty, less amount of bacteria. So these are cultured and then separated by certain selective media. We'll discuss about it. Okay, so these are some of the examples that the specimen to be collected depends upon the type of lesions. Okay, so in case of pus, okay, in case of pus, direct microscopy with gram stain smears can be done to identify the bacteria. Okay, in case of pus. So for pus, direct microscopy with gram stain smears and how are the cocci seen? We discussed about starting on our starting video about morphology. So they are arranged in a grape-like clusters. Yes or no? So they under direct microscopy may be seen as so cocci seen in clusters. Yes or no? While doing direct microscopy. CLUSTERS, clusters. Okay, cocci in clusters. So this is for the pus. Okay, and in case of the specimens where the bacteria are very scanty, where the less amount of bacteria are present, the example are the feces, okay, and remains of food in case of food poisoning. So in specimen with scanty bacteria, they need to be cultured. So they are inoculated in. So what is the best culture media for Staphylococcus aureus? This we have discussed earlier. So Robertson cooked meat, yes or not? We discussed Robertson cooked meat is a very good culture media for it. So and with 10% NaCl, media with 10% NaCl is the selective media, yes or no? We have discussed this in biochemical reactions. So specimen with scanty bacteria, examples are food poisoning, examples are the in feces, specimens in food poisoning and contaminated food and feces. Okay, they have scanty bacteria inoculated in Robertson cooked meat with 10% NaCl. So this becomes selective media. Or you can use salt milk agar, yes or no, can be used for inoculation. And now after they are grown in after incubation, the smears after incubation, the smears are examined from the cultures and coagulase test is done to identify, to separate Staphylococcus aureus. Okay, so after we have incubated overnight, the bacteria count increases and coagulase test is done to isolate the Staphylococcus aureus or identify the Staphylococcus aureus. Okay, so we can write over here, smears are examined from culture and coagulase test is done. To isolate the bacterium. Okay, so this is about the lab diagnosis of Staphylococcus aureus. And serological test may sometimes help in the diagnosis of deep hidden infections. Okay, hidden deep infections. So serological test may be beneficial in case of deep infections. Okay, so shall I write that? Okay, we'll write that also. So serological test sometimes serological test may help in diagnosis of deep infections. Okay, so now we have completed the live diagnosis part. Now let's come to the treatment part of the Staphylococcus aureus. So coming to the treatment part, benzyl penicillin. So as we discussed earlier, it shows penicillin resistant to various penicillins and some other antibiotics like aminoglycosides, tetracyclines, and also to the penicillins. So drug should be the drug for treatment, a drug of choice should be chosen wisely, very wisely. So benzyl penicillin. Okay, benzyl penicillin is most effective and against penicillinase producing strains, against, this is one point. Okay, against penicillinase producing strains, methicillin and clozaxilin are more effective. Okay, and clozaxilin are effective. Okay, and for the treatment of carriers, topical antibiotics like bacitracin can be used. Okay, for treatment of carriers, topical antibiotics like bacitracin and antiseptic chlorhexidine can be used. Okay, CHLOR chlorhexidine can be used. Okay, so under the lab diagnosis, after the sometimes serological tests for may be helpful in case of deep infections. Okay, diagnosis of the deep infections. This point came after the discussion of the Robertson cooked meat. And then coming part to the treatment part, benzyl penicillin is seen the most effective, and against penicillinase producing strains, against producing penicillin producing strains, methicillin and clozaxilin are effective. Okay, penicillinase producing strains, methicillin and clozaxilin are effective. And for the treatment of carriers, topical antibiotics like bacitracin and antiseptics like chlorhexidine can be used. Okay, so this much in the lab diagnosis and treatment of Staphylococcus aureus. And you can find all the videos related to the Staphylococcus aureus in the playlist named Staphylococcus aureus. So guys, go and check it, and hope these videos are helping you. And if you have any suggestions, please drop it down in the comment section, or you can mail me in my Gmail ID, which is provided in the description. And if you have not copied these things, or if you don't like copying, you can find out these pictures or these notes on our Facebook page, and the link to Facebook page is given, also included in the description box. If you find these videos helpful, please do share to other medicos so that they also get benefited by it. And also for the growth of channel, subscribe it, share it, give your comments, and like the video if it is worth your like. Thank you guys. Till then, bye bye.